Alright guys, my name is Casper Jones. I handcraft skateboards for Life Skateboards, and you're watching Days with Casper. Today we're going to be going through a small stack of boards, and then I'm going to go in the other room and glue up some boards and load them into the press. Just made some coffee from Aromatic Roasters to keep me going today, and I'm happy to be back here on a live after being on and off again sick all week. Thank you guys for bearing through that probably hard to listen to live a couple days ago, but I'm back now. Really quickly, if you go to lifeskateboard.com, there are some beanies available that say Days with Casper on them. Check those out. Somebody already bought 2 of those, so huge shout out to you for that. Casper's Keeper, go on to one of my recent posts that'll remind me of who that was. I'm not the one that handles the orders, so. But like I said, we're going to be going through a stack of boards today. Got a popsicle to start with, and then some funky shapes, including a full-on tombstone in here. So this is a fun little stack we're going to go through, and then we're going to shape. At Life Skateboards, we do everything in-house. We press the boards, we shape the boards, we do everything. So real quick here, I had the light flipped around so that you guys could see the sign while I was waiting for this to load. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. During the process, I will be wearing a respirator for the majority of it, but once we get over here on the orbital, we've got a HEPA-approved dust extractor, so I can take that off and talk to you guys. What's up, bud? Thank you for tuning in. All right, before we get started, I'll go ahead and show you the pressing and shaping room, which is where we will be. The pressing room, which is where we will be after we are done shaping. So here's the presses. We're going to empty those out in a minute here. Whew, here's the veneer. I went ahead and pulled the monster plies, but we're gonna pull the standards live so I can explain what I'm doing, and then we'll clear this off and glue it up here. I was just making some coffee. Again, shout out to John at Aromatic Roasters, keeping us awake. Thank you so much. All right, so we're gonna get started here today. If you'd like to see me skate, you can go to the videos of me skateboarding. I am currently working. But hold on, I got you. Actually, you know what? Give me a second. Done. Just for you. All right, so we're gonna throw the respirator on and we're gonna get started here. I was gonna go to Q Skate Park today, but I'm not feeling like giving everybody my residual sickness that I'm just now getting over. You know it, bud. Don't worry about it, Casper's Keeper. All right. Sometimes there's some excess glue on the bottom of these that's gonna mess with the router, so I gotta clean that off before we get started here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the compressor hose and air this up. All right, let's put this back and shut off the compressor so I don't get jump scared in the middle of working. All right, so I'm just going to remove this excess glue before we get started. And remember, you can get these boards at lifeskateboard.com. Thank you, ooh. Unless that's ooh, not you, and me. step here. So what I was doing there is bringing the edge to a 90 with the concave so that the next step will work well. Because you've never seen a square edge on a board before it's rounded off, this next step is what's going to round it off and make it easier to tell how thick the board is. I'll show you. So, here's a board that's rounded. Here's a board that's not rounded. This one's going to look a lot thinner than this one because the edges are rounded off on this one, if that makes sense. Here to educate you. Thank you for the questions. Now that the edge is rounded off, it's not clean. So we'll clean it up every time it's done. Remove any excess glue we can reach. Sorry about that, the mic disconnected there for a minute. Now we move on to the Mac wheel, and if I'm missing anything in the chat, I'll be able to see it on the orbital over here and answer any questions, so feel free to ask. So move this stack out of the way here, get the respirator off. And bring you guys over here. I have a feeling the mic's going to disconnect when I lower this. Nope, it did good that time. Good job, Mike. Thank you, Clouded Vision. I appreciate you. Hey, Captain, do you have a question? What's up, the ranch? Awesome. So that was the, let's see, which one was that? That's this guy here, isn't it? Yeah. Here's the template for the one he's talking about. It's a funky, really long board, really big, really fun, and this is just the template, remember that. Stoked you're loving it. And remember guys, you can get these boards at lifeskateboard.com. We'll make them to order for you, and we have a new feature on the website that's ready to ship boards. So if you don't want to wait on us to make one for you, we do have some that are already made. They're first comes, first serve, so go check the website and grab those. I bet. It's probably hard to step off of something that wide. Oh. Oh, Captain, I'm not sure if you understand how fine particles work, but those masks don't stop fine particles. What we have over here is a HEPA-approved dust extractor to remove those fine particles from this step of the process. So that would be why. Thank you, though. I never had a PPE question in that direction. I'm usually getting people screaming at me for not putting a mask on this part right here. But that is a good question. I'm going to be real honest. I appreciate it coming from there. From that direction. If you can, if you want to know how many times I get people commenting on me not having a mask on for this step, I actually have a note written backwards specifically for those people. Hi there, Captain. You're watching me at work, so I also do this for a living. So if you want to tell me what to do, you can, but you can ask questions about my job if you'd like to. Thank you very much. The popsicles are $75, and then shapes go up from there. If you go to lifeskateboard.com, you'll be able to ask all the questions right there. That's really neat, man, and I make handcrafted skateboards for a living. If you have questions about handcrafted skateboards, I'm here to teach you about them. And I'm gonna go ahead and ramble about it. So here at Life Skateboards, we do absolutely everything in-house. We handcraft the boards, we glue up the boards in the other room, we press them ourselves, and then we shape them in here. These boards have been made by Sam since 2012. And then I started about 4 years ago. We just moved down here to New Palestine a couple years ago. We're about 20 minutes east of Indianapolis, and the shop used to be in Muncie, Indiana. Our goal is to make a handcrafted board that's better than the quality of the industry standard. So there we go. Handcrafted skateboard decks. You're watching them be made. This is the final step right here before graphics are applied. Unfortunately, you don't see the graphics get applied live here because it happens in the other building. This is a big metal box. If I step out of here, I lose you guys in the live. So, all right, and forgive me for maybe not conversing very well today. I have been sick all week. what kind of wood is it? That's a great question. Maple, because maple is a strong yet malleable species of wood, and specifically Great Lakes or Canadian maple, because you want maple that's long growth, slow winters, so you have tighter grains on the wood. Tighter grains means a less porous wood and a stronger wood. Good questions. Our wood comes from our wood. Juggalo! It's correct. Who was hating? Did anyone accuse anyone of hating? We're located in New Palestine, Indiana, 20 minutes east of Indianapolis. We're gonna up the grid on this just to get this glue off of here and hop back down to a 150 after. Not really sure how this chunk got here. I know who to blame, that'd be me. If you guys like what you're watching, double tap that screen for me so YouTube knows it. All right, let's bring that back down to a 150. I'm so sorry. The company is called Life Skateboards. We're located in New Powell, Indiana, and you can get those at lifeskateboard.com. And if you're stuck on those numbers, I'll help you out. It's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and you can finish it from there, buddy. Jeremy asked, are we hiring? No, we are not. It would be awesome if there was enough work for me to be able to, you know, make it more than a surviving here. So just go to lifeskateboard.com, get a deck, and you can help someone in the industry pay their bills. I'm the sole hourly employee here at Life Skateboards. The more boards you order, the more work I get. The less boards you order, the less work I get. It's okay, you get used to it. Eight, 9, 10. There we go. I didn't even need to. Brad had it handled. Good job. Good job, Brad. Hi there, Jeremy. I am currently being the salesman because you can go buy some Life Skateboards. Remember, support the people that are doing this stuff. Oh, silly, silly, silly. People are wild. There we go. problem with the dust extractor here, but we're good now. How many shapes do we have? We've got over 100, man. And you can get exactly what you want. You can just go to lifeskateboard.com. You're going to be scrolling for a while. You can twin anything, add your wheelbase, whatever you want. No, we definitely don't want to sell through the TikTok shop. We definitely like to go direct to customer here at Life Skateboards, because what you're saying is, I mean, when somebody orders something off there, they expect it right away. This is made to order. So we like our direct to customer because we're going to reach our customers directly right here. I don't really like the impersonal thing of multi-platform streaming because I can't see what everybody's saying. And I think we're doing all right. So can always do better, but not really looking for advice on that. Looking for customers. Thank you. Definitely not blanks only. I think you should go to lifeskateboard.com and see our finished boards. We handcraft our boards and then we apply all of our graphics with hand-carved lino blocks because we are very against heat transfers here at Life Skateboards. Heat transfers suck. They ruin skateboards. Heat weakens the bond between wood and glue. Doesn't matter that everybody's doing it. It's still damaging the skateboard. So we don't like that. Silk screening is awesome, but we do lino block printing here. There we go, Brad. Buy 2 boards at a time. I like that advice. We do convex. We have our own presses here, and our presses are already just concave. I would guess that maybe if we cut like a very short nose, short tail out of like our wide press or something and flipped it over, maybe that would work, but it still wouldn't be made to be a convex board. That's a good question right there. Can I do a kickflip? I don't know. Can you? There's one, just for you, buddy. That's super strange. So when you try to buy a board on our website, when you're scrolling down through the drop menu, there's an option that says graphics. And it has every option for the graphics. Real quick here, and then I'll just take you in here. Here's some finished wall hanger boards here. Obviously, graphics, 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 graphics. So, yeah, we do graphics. Some of it gets used for projects, some of it gets used for fuel. Just depends on what we're doing at the time. If you want more examples of finished skateboards, you can go to lifeskateboard.com, or I'm sorry, go to Lifeskateboards 1010 if you want to see a bunch of finished boards on Instagram. But it is in the drop menu when you try to order a board. No, I've never thought about building a guitar because I don't do music. I'm not a musician. That is a good question, though. For me, it means a lot that the person making the thing does the thing that the thing is for. You know what I mean? So I skate. Making a skateboard makes sense because while I'm making it, I'm imagining what is going to happen with that board. When it comes to a guitar, I think that's amazing woodworking. I think it's really beautiful, but I don't think it would be as meaningful to musicians to buy a guitar from somebody that doesn't play guitar, if that makes sense. Plus, I think jobs in an industry like that, or like an industry like this, should probably go to people that are actively, or just active in that industry. So like skateboarders should be making skateboards, skateboarders should be working in skate shops, musicians should be making your guitars. I think, that's my opinion. I'm dropping stuff down. You don't want a basketball player building a skate park. Clouded Vision had the right idea with that. Some of them are I used to have the same opinion until I found out one of my friends worked there. And he's a ripper. He's just quiet. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and shape a couple more. Let's see, we got 4 left. The priority here is getting these boards done so that Sam can apply graphics. I was supposed to do these yesterday, but I was way too sick to come into work. He sure is. All right, and this is the big guy here. That's brought to a 90 now. I'm going to raise you guys up to be able to see this again. I cut these into shorts after I'm done with the live, so that's why I'm always so insistent on getting a different angle for this step. And remember guys, you can get these decks at lifeskateboard.com, and when you get one, you can go into the apparel section of the website and find some beanies for the channel. So I finally have channel merch, and it's on the Life Skateboards website right now. to the orbital in a second. This over on the stack. I'm getting smart, putting my respirator where I'm going to need it next. Get some patience, my friend. This is a HEPA approved vacuum extractor right here connected to the orbital. But go right ahead. What kind of wood are these boards made of? Maple, specifically Great Lakes or Canadian maple. Thank you. Yeah, they're rad. How much do they cost? $75 for popsicles, and shapes go up from there, so just check the Life Skateboards website at lifeskateboard.com. It's hanging all right. All these templates are hanging around the room. Eventually I'm gonna stop like making the boards do kickflips every time somebody asks. I'm just gonna, maybe I'll just do it silently from now on. Cool? Cool. Because you guys can always go to the rest of my videos to see me skating. That work? You guys are giving me all kinds of requests. I don't know if I can continue this. This is getting wild. The new skate game. I finally played it yesterday, and I'm bad at it. I'm really bad at it. I'm much better at the actual skateboarding. I'm real bad at it. Hi there. If you'd like to get a deck from us, you can go to lifeskateboard.com and you can get a deck. If you're going to follow that up with for free, I'm going to tell you for no. So. You can get a deck at lifeskateboard.com. I was even like considering maybe doing little like clips and stuff from the new skate game. I definitely won't go live because, I mean, maybe. Is it a waste of people's time to watch me be really bad at video games? It probably is. Probably is. didn't the skeleton cross the road? All right, these are the questions we need to know. I'm gonna stop working until you tell me. Why didn't the skeleton cross the road? This is important. I think Sam would be really, especially your name's Sam. He didn't have the guts. All right. I wish I could pin all that. All right, thank you. That was a good one. I appreciate you. Just so you know, the owner and operator of Life Skateboards is definitely getting that joke passed on to him as if I made it up, okay? I'm gonna tax that right out of the chat right there. Maybe, we'll see. I haven't figured out how to Miller flip in the game yet. How is that an option in the game? I don't know, I figured out inverts and stuff, but I haven't figured out Miller flips. I better figure those out in the game. I don't know, just trying to think of some like rainy day stuff to do on lives. I was gonna go skate this evening, but I am coming off being really sick all week, and I'm not trying to get the whole community sick. What grit to sand the graphic off? Oh, buddy, we're not sanding graphics off here. We're making a skateboard. So we press these boards, shape them, and this is the final step before graphics get applied. But we finish with a 150. But it's not taking a graphic off. This is preparing the board for graphics. This is board manufacturing, not board recycling. Snowing, dang, yeah, it's freezing out. There's an indoor I was gonna go to, but man, I've been so sick and I do not want to get my community sick at all. And it's a small space that I'd be in. This company is Life Skateboards. I'm an employee of Life Skateboards. I am the sole hourly employee at Life Skateboards. You can get these boards at lifeskateboard.com. Do I have a company? My company is Butterbars Wax, so that has nothing to do with this. So many new people skateboarding too that there's a bunch of young kids at the parks, and that would just suck to just started skating, just getting into it, and in the first couple of months of skating get deathly ill from me. That would be bad. I don't want to do that to people. Probably end up skating some flat ground in here before I leave if I'm feeling well enough. A little more touch up and this guy is done. This guy's good for graphics, and we'll hop on to the next board here. This looks like a barn pop, and then the next one is a really funky shape. So yeah, we got the barn pop next, and then a very, very square tombstone. I'll be real honest, I haven't shaped one of these yet. This is exciting. I'm not even gonna show you guys that board in detail until we get to it. Oh. It is 2 20-ton jacks in each press here. There's a press that we're going to empty out in a little bit here. Skateboards, yep. 825 popsicle with mellow concave. Our kicks are going to be the same, but we do have a mellow concave for our smaller boards. You just got to order them. Remember, guys, you can go to lifeskateboard.com and check out all the options. There's so many of them. All right, throw the respirator on and get going with the next one here. Give me a second. One break. salamander shut off. I want to turn that back on. All right. Maybe one of my old shapes could be called that. That would be fun. Hey guys, double tap that screen for me. I want to see those numbers go up. That would be fun. And go get a life. Share this with your friends. Tell your friends that somebody's handcrafting skateboards, showing you the whole process, and they'll probably get to see their board shaped live. This is easier to take off before than after. All right. Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate that. Oh man. Hate Skates sent some. Thanks, Hate Skates. My mic disconnected for a minute there. Sorry about that. There we go. Thank you, somebody. Thanks, Sam. Okay. Okay. All right. So, thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. This is going to be a new shape. Okay, well, guys, you heard that from the boss man right there. If you guys don't know, Sam in the chat there is the boss man. New shape coming soon. I don't even know. I'm not going to go through specs. You guys are going to just have to figure it out. That's awesome. And also, thank you, Samuel Mazak. I personally ride Ace. I ride Speed Lab wheels. And I'm currently on Superfly speedball bearings, but I agree. Let me like that. A full nose 8.6. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's got a big nose, doesn't it? All right. Drag you guys over here. All right, I'm gonna take the respirator over to the stack. Once again, guys, I apologize. I am coming off of being sick. Forgive me while I go. In the other room. In the meantime, I'll put the website up here. There you go. Be right back. Whew. And I'm back. I went ahead and grabbed some more coffee. Yep, making skateboards right now. Not sure why this keeps shutting off out here. There it goes. That's better. Yeah, we have our molds in the other room. We have our standard, mellow, wide, long, monster, youth, and longboard press in the other room. In a little bit here, I will be loading up the standard and the monster molds. We have these boards. Sam has everything made. He had originally carved some himself. It's easier to get everything consistent if it's CNC design. So now we have CNC design molds. Sam designs them himself and then has someone cut them out of CNC from blocks of maple that we glue up. Awesome. Yeah, this is this stream is Life Skateboards being made. Thank you. Yeah, you can always catch these boards being crafted. You can get these boards at lifeskateboard.com. When you get a board from us, you'll likely see it get shaped live here on the channel. The company consists of me and the owner, and that's it. And then we've got the team. I'm on the team, then we've got Jake Daney, Max Doty, Gavin Spetlick, Lyle Wall, E, Jax, Justin. And if I'm forgetting anybody else, it's not because I don't love you, it's because my brain hurts. Do we ship to EU? Yes. Now, international shipping is insane right now, but it is a flat rate for us. What's up, Amber? So whenever somebody's ordering from us overseas or wherever they're ordering from that's not in the US, we always suggest to order with their friends. I'm not saying like you buy 6 boards to make it easy. No, like talk to your friends, see if it's worth it to them to get boards, and then you guys can split shipping because it is a flat rate. I wish we had some control over that, but we do ship all over the world. So you can, when you get a board from us, you can also get apparel from us, including the Days with Casper merch on there. Can you make like any custom shape? So we have so I would highly suggest going to lifeskateboard.com and checking out everything we have. We have templates for over 100 shapes. So we definitely got something that you're gonna want. If there's something that you want custom, we can also do that. It's just gonna be a little bit more expensive. Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, don't worry about it. I promise. I'll be here waiting. You don't need to apologize for that. But I'm glad you're out here and talking. What's up, Alexander? Morgan Skates? You feel very bad for being gone or a breakup? Because I hope you don't feel bad for being gone. because you never need to feel bad for that. As far as breakup, sometimes two people's lives aren't the best together, and it's best for both people to not be together. Sometimes it happens harshly too, but it's just gotta happen. I am sorry that you're going through that. Oh, well then good. Don't feel bad at all, I promise. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I was gone too. I've been really sick, so I haven't been here as much. So if you should feel bad, then I should feel bad, and I don't feel bad, so don't feel bad. I almost fell. This is what we clean it off with. It's sanding belt cleaner. It's virtually grip gum. Well, I'm glad that helped, Rose, and I hope you have a better day. We're going to be here shaping boards for a little bit. We're going to hop over to pressing in a minute too. So you'll have some time to hang out here as well. I mean, Mob is stickier than Jessup. I personally skate non-abrasive grip tape, so. But I agree with you. Scott, I appreciate you. Wouldn't be doing this work if it weren't for Sam, so big thank you to Sam for letting me be a part of this. Day's going all right. Got in here and got things ready for the live. I wanted to skate today, but the only place to skate's indoor, and I'm not trying to get everybody in the indoor sick, so. It'd be a lot better if I could be skating today, I'll tell you that. I've got a fresh board that I really want to go skate. Nothing's worse than having a fresh board and not being able to go skate it, which has been my reality all week. It's not been fun. But I'm finally not miserable today, so just a little still sick. Alrighty, this next board is gonna be fun to shape. Oh man, and it's a 6-ply. Whew. All right, guys. I've never shaped one of these, and if I have, I don't remember. This is gonna be fun. That's awesome. Look at this thing. Why? Because why not? Somebody wanted it, we're making it. I'm gonna have a hard time shaping it. This is gonna be fun. These last two boards are gonna require a little bit more love on the and whatever that tombstone is. Skate scenes, we're in Indiana. Skate scene's pretty rad. We've got our problems. We got, you know, some washed up dudes in there. Never mind, not gonna talk about that. We've got our problems, but they seem to sort themselves out. You know, we've got a ton of parks here. But it's a pretty thriving community. I throw a couple contests every year at my local park. What's the widest board we make? 14.6 inches wide. We're going to be shaping, what's up Baptastic, by the way? Thanks for tuning in. We're going to be shaping this giant tombstone thingy and then an aggro extreme, and then we're going to press in the other room. All right, I'm gonna get to shaping this monster of a squarish, somebody wanted it, we're making it. That's how it works. I don't know. I think that the petty arguments like that happened at skate parks are kind of over, because we can all just kind of ride together. I don't know. My opinion on it is I'm not really going to judge somebody for what toy they choose to play with for the rest of their life. When it comes to adults that are on scooters in a park, they never really get in my way. They don't really cause a problem. BMXers I tend to work with. Quad skaters, our trucks came from them. We got to give them a little respect. But I don't know, when it comes to kids on scooters that are in the way at a park or something like that, I always try to turn that into a teaching them etiquette moment. Maybe talk to parents about the dangers of not having your head up in a skate park, where the blind areas are, things like that. Maybe don't be watching your kid learn how to roll while you're sitting on a ledge, stuff like that. I think it's I don't know, there's been a huge boom in people that use skate parks, not just skateboarders, but just people that use skate parks. So I think communication has kind of fixed the animosity that used to exist, if that makes sense. Yeah, dude, they can just definitely use this thing as a straight up tombstone after they're done. Oh, I'm going to be real honest, I didn't measure this first. Thank you. This is the first one of these I've shaped. If I have shaped other ones, I don't remember. I'm going to grab a tape measure. This guy is 13.5 inches wide. It is very sick. All right, let me drag you guys over here. With this having such square edges, it's pretty hard to get everything going there. Like I said, these guys are going to require a little bit more love on these two shapes here. I will say that tail is a little annoying to shape. But oh well, we still make them. Sorry, I'll catch up with the chat as soon as I'm done on this one, and we're over on the orbital. this over here. All right. Hi there, Ilnum. I'm going to give you one chance really quickly to ask me an important question that you want to know about board making, and then I'm going to kick you out of the chat for good. Cool? Ooh. Awesome, Katie. Yeah, skateboards should not be made out of plastic. Whoever told you that is dumb. They're real dumb. Please tell me you collect the wood and chips and distill it. No, distill it. How many boards do you sell? Too many to count, my friend. We've been around since 2012. How long have you been making skateboards? Oh yeah, definitely 1 or 2 a month, my friend. Yeah, that's it. For sure. That's how it is. Right on. Boop. Gone for good. Bye-bye. Anyway, handcrafted skateboards made right here in Indiana. Jennifer, I greatly appreciate it. We don't call it a band hammer. We're gonna call it the band boop, because it shouldn't be that aggressive. It's just to boop them out of my life for a little bit. But yes, definitely, Jennifer. They would definitely settle in my lungs, eyes, and everything else. For the rest of this process right here, I wear a respirator. For this step right here, we have this hooked up to a HEPA-approved dust extractor. It's pretty fun. I don't know what that is. It's really not. I mean, none of these steps over here really produce a fine dust. So I don't really ever have visual issues. I don't like the idea of drywall dust in my eyes the next day, I'll tell you that. But I am pretty... This is a lot better than the stone dust I used to work with. Thank you, I appreciate it. And remember guys, you can get these boards at lifeskateboard.com. You know it. Festool right there. Festool for the win. Thank you. Oh, mic disconnected. And it's connected again. Yeah, Festools are rad. We're located in New Palestine, Indiana, just 20 minutes east of Indianapolis. We make handcrafted skateboard decks, and you can get these boards at lifeskateboard.com. Once again, that's lifeskateboard.com. Sorry, Kanish. Thank you, reputable. Currently on the website, there is a new section called Ready to Ship. You can grab those boards without waiting for them to be made. Otherwise, we'll make you exactly what you want. So go to lifeskateboards.com, get yourself a life. You'll probably end up seeing it shaped live here on the channel. Hey, Catch the Knife, welcome back. And Clouded Vision, welcome back. Oh, Clouded his vision. Did you grab 2 hats? And that's what I'm remembering, right? Finishing up a board right here. There was some shipping issues as far as the price for shipping when you ordered that merch, and Sam is going to go back in and mess with that. So expect to get an email from Sam. Good news. Not much, cats. Thanks for tuning in again. Finally back and finally not feeling too miserable to work. Thank you. It's all right. We can give compliments to people without compromising our sexuality, right? Oh, boy. Now, dang it. Nope. See you at home, Casper's keeper. I'll try to get done here so I can spend some time with you and take care of you. Especially if you're not feeling well. I didn't know you weren't feeling well today. This guy is like a giant tombstone. It's definitely a customer request, but look at this thing. Does it make sense? No. Was it fun to shape? No. Is it going to be fun to skate? I don't know, but we're just going to make things people want. I haven't, but it seems like he would be. If I'm thinking about the same person, it's the dude that always has a buzz cut that is just absolutely casually ripping on a regular basis and seems to, through his videos, has an amazing personality as well. I would love to meet him one day. Definitely could. This isn't even our biggest one either. This thing is 13.5 inches, but we make a 14.6. Rex, you don't know how much that means to us. So I'm going to give a little bit of a background, especially since you opened up with that comment right there. We have had those egg shapes for a while, but we've been calling them footballs before they were eggs because eggs aren't symmetrical. So that means a lot to us. Thank you so much. 14.6, it's been kick flipped, tray flipped, impossible. It's been skated in actually, if you go to Instagram and go check Sprack and Rancer, Sprack Skate Park down in Louisville, Indiana. Their photographer, Rancer, took some great photos of people doing like blunt to fakie, pivot fakie. Let's see, one of their locals did a transfer to tail on it. It was pretty cool. There was a really fun session that happened out in Louisville with that board when I went out there. I think it should be called the plank. I agree with you, but I think it's going to end up being some form of a tombstone, if it's not already. it's wild. Chuck Bennett was killing it. You know what? I've got some clips of Dino and Chuck over at Q skating that thing I've got to post. For sure. Yeah, everybody listen to Kat. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Amber, out of context, I would still appreciate that comment. This thing was a bear to shape, but there we are. Here lies every other, I don't know, what, somebody make a joke. Here lies something, I don't know. My dignity, I'm not sure. Skateboards. All right. Once again, guys, reminder, I am coming off of being sick, so let me go blow my nose real quick and not freak y'all out. Hi there, Justin. If you have any questions about board making, you can feel free to ask. So when you were just watching the orbital sander being used, we're cleaning up the edge of the board because we need to clean up the rail of the board. If you'd like to see right behind me here, all of this other equipment that is used before we get to this step, we know what we're doing, you don't. Thanks. Anyway, glad I threw the mic back on just to say that. Leo Romero? Hell yeah. That's rad. All right, I'm gonna go blow my nose. If I come back and Justin's in here acting a fool, I'll probably be nice to him about it. Dang it, you guys heard that without the mic on? That sucks. Heard the baby elephant I'm keeping in the other room. Sorry. I try. All right, so this last one we're shaping here. Oh, and thank you, Oregon. I respond to fools because it's fun. It's fun to give them a little bit of attention because they think all attention is good attention, but then when I turn the attention on them into discussions about other things, it benefits me more than them, so it is what it is. All right, so on to the Aggro Extreme. So you saw a big board a little bit ago. Here's an even bigger one. The Aggro means extreme. So the Aggro Extreme is the extreme extreme. You can get this at lifeskateboard.com. It's giant, it's fun. Get yourself some 13-inch slappies, slap them on there. It'll be a good time. Bother Justin a little bit because I'm going to come over here, and because the belt won't fit into these curves, I'm going to hit him with the orbital here just to clean him up a bit. That way the router doesn't jump around on us. And give us bumpy rails. We don't want that. Oh, thank you, cats. I will say, I'm gonna warn you, cats. So you hopped on, like, got on these lives when they were not, didn't have the momentum that they used to have because I was going live every day or every other day. I'm gonna be getting back to going live every day or every other day, so I will just warn you. People do hop in here talking crazy quite a bit. I have fun with them. I have fun with them a lot. It's the internet. People are used to watching a bunch of brain rot, and then they come this way and they don't really know how to act. And it is what it is. I'm fine with it. Okay. If a bunch of those people that don't want to watch this end up here, that means that a bunch of people that did want to watch this ended up here with them. So if I got to sift through those people to get to the people that want to see this, that's totally fine by me. And I had to sift through a lot of people to get to you, so I'm happy that you're here. Thank you, Amber. And yeah, it is what it is. Sam's process of designing a shape. I bet easy. I can't imagine what, because, so like the skateboarding world we have our arguments and our problems. And, no, buddy. Do you have a problem? Hi there. My name's Casper, and I'm an addict in recovery. So, to the person that's suggesting that I'm in here manufacturing drugs, whether you know I'm an addict in recovery or not, that's just pretty silly. But we can use that as a jumping off point to talk about addiction if you'd like. So if you have any questions about addiction, recovery, board making, or things like that, feel free to ask. But that's pretty strange. Thanks, Clouded Vision. Oh, that's wild. Okay. I see. So we just have a troll in here. I have been clean from alcohol for 8 years and everything else for about 4. Hey, Clouded Vision, go ahead and just hide him from the channel if you could. Thanks. I'd appreciate it. I'm sure that's just somebody that knows me that loves to have conversations about me. Oh, but it is what it is. Whew, that would have been, let's see, I was into blow, smoked a lot, did a lot of hallucinogenics, didn't really say no to things that weren't alcohol, so that would be everything else. The main final straw on everything was just quitting weed and just having a fully sober life, but that's just me. Same. Yeah, since I was honest with my boss about it when we started here, it was pretty easy to work through all that myself. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Oh. Yeah. All right, well, I am going to get back to board making here. Oh. Yeah, are they cruisers? Kind of, but I mean, I had a 10-inch version of this guy's setup for a while, and it was really fun. Everything can be a cruiser, but our concave's so good you can flip anything we have, so. Okay, yep, there we go. Easy Builder caught my one thing. Nope. I'm still struggling to kick nicotine. That is my last thing. But I'm a bad example on that one, but my psychoactive stuff is done. last couple steps on the last board we're shaping today, and then we're going to get in the other room and we are going to press. Should have waved. That is so accurate. Very, very, very accurate. Wow, that's a great way to get off booze right there. All right, I'm gonna hit these on the Mac wheel. We'll hit it on the orbital. And then we'll get to shaping. We'll get to gluing and pressing. And then I am gonna get home, spend some time with Casper's keeper and my doggy. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I should have waved. Alcohol is such a strange thing because it's there all the time and it's treated like it's normal for everybody. And I mean, it's the only withdrawal that can kill you. So it's scary. I will admit that, so before I quit taking hallucinogenics, I would do that for a very, 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 very long time. I know the first time I rolled in, I was tripping. I know a lot of the things that I did, I was tripping. There's a lot of old videos that I don't remember, and it's because I used to trip for months at a time and think that was helping me for some reason. I think the reason that I thought it was helping me was because I did feel better the next day. Yeah, it didn't, not gonna help me anymore. But I started realizing that it wasn't really helping me. It was the chemical fix that was happening afterwards. So I started taking lion's mane mushrooms, and now I get the same like serotonin boost and benefit every day, without the being out of my mind all the time. Exactly, that's very true. And that's like lion's mane. Lion's mane is a non-psychoactive mushroom that gives you the same serotonin benefits that like cubes and stuff would, which I love. Love the idea of. Yeah, no, definitely. And it's not, for me now, it's like, if I want to go, I don't really want to incapacitate myself for 14 hours at a time anymore. So I got better things to do, and I've realized that like my progression is better when I'm sober. So that's just my opinion, though. That would be awesome. Growing lion's mane sounds awesome. I'm currently getting it in gummy form because it's so normal now that they sell it at damn Kroger. You used to have to order it, just the raw fruit powdered up into a capsule. Now it's in a gummy form. Good job, world. But I take lion's mane on a daily basis. I do think it helps my overall mental state. I know it helps my focus a lot. I personally can tell if I've forgotten taking it when I'm on lives with you guys, because I'll get a lot more annoyed a lot easier. I'll have a much shorter temper. And sometimes I'll get to making boards without even forgetting that I'm live. Just kind of losing focus. The one kind that actually makes you more productive. You mean like there's lots of different mushroom blends. I know like chaga is great for your heart and digestive system. There's a lot of benefits to different types of mushrooms. I think that's really cool. Absolutely, Amber, that is very accurate. I don't know. But mushrooms themselves are just like a fascinating organism as well. I don't know. Mycology is something I don't get talking about a lot on here, but something that fascinates me. Obviously, it fascinated me during active addiction because I was actively taking the psychedelic ones, but now I'm just fascinated with it as a whole. Right? Easy Builds is getting into my crazy worldview right there. I mean, mushroom colonies can communicate with each other over miles and miles of space. It's insane. So, I don't know. I think there's some of it we just don't fully understand. I think when it comes to any substance that's easy to escape reality with, it's important to think about the people that aren't doing drugs because drugs are fun. They're doing drugs as an escape from reality. So when maybe it's not a bad thing every once in a while for most people, but for somebody that is an addict or has addictive tendencies, it's an escape from reality. So for me personally, it was like, wow, this is cool. I'm learning things, but I want to stay in this weird mushroom world is where my brain was at. So that's my personal opinion. I mean, while I was in active addiction, I kept talking like, it's not a hard drug. I can quit this anytime. It's helping my brain. All the lies we always tell ourselves. Do it, Amber. It's fun. Do it. Do it. It's fascinating and it's fun. Yeah, no, exactly, Angry Blake. I meant any of them. Mushrooms in general are really fascinating. Just the way they grow, the way that they germinate. I think it's fascinating. I have connection issues. My spiders of wisdom are telling me that I may have connection issues. Dang, I hope that's weird. We're connected to Wi-Fi with all the bars. It's okay, Sean. It's okay. You helped me check. That's all. No, my name's not Justin. My name's Casper. I'm Casper. There is a Justin that rides for the company, though, and that would be Justin Hutchins, one of my teammates. Appreciate you guys reminding me that if something's going wrong on here, because I do have like a loose connection at the bottom of this for the mic, and we're running off of Wi-Fi, so you guys are my help with all of that. Is your name Dustin Range? I'm feeling a little better today. Thank you for asking. Should have waved. I strongly agree with you. While the same people that are making things forbidden are also openly coquet with things that are very dangerous, they're man-made. Took me a minute to figure out how I wanted to word that, to be honest with you. Hey guys, I am getting a phone call here. I'm going to have to end the live for a short period of time here. This is a 13.6. I will be right back. Make sure if you're watching and you want to catch this later, subscribe for me. I'm going to be back in like 10-15 minutes to finish all this up and press. So just bear with me here. Thank you guys for watching for this short period of time. Yep, 13. You were correct. No, Dustin, I don't know who your dad is, but I'm right here. My name's Casper. I'm well known in my community. If you want to Google who I am or what I do, you can also Google Lawrence Skate Park to see the videos about me. I mean, I have face tattoos that are pretty recognizable. So go talk to your dad, and I'll see you guys in a minute.